Hi, my name is Rusty Hudson, and I'm a leukemia survivor. And my story starts back in 2004. I was about halfway through my career at LG&E, the utility that provides electric and gas service to Jefferson County. And in 2004, I started to donate platelets at the Red Cross Blood Center. Now, platelets are what your body needs to help it to clot, for the blood to clot. And a lot of people need platelets, certainly people who are burn survivors, people going through chemotherapy, and people going through major surgeries need platelets. And giving platelets was the one thing I thought I could do that would help other people. Now, a lot of people don't like to give platelets. A lot of people give whole blood, but for platelets, you sit there for about 2 hours and you have needles in both arms. So it doesn't sound like a lot of fun, but it really wasn't too bad, and they let you watch movies, so it was okay. And I tried every year to give a little bit more than the previous year, and I did have a high platelet count. So I could give 3 units of platelets, which was as much as they would allow you to give, in about 2 hours. Took it as a challenge every year, try to do a little bit better, try to do a few more platelets each year. And this goes on for about 15 years. And now I'm in 2018, I have just retired and have even more time to try to donate platelets. And in the second half of 2018, I noticed it took me longer to give platelets. And I wasn't able to give 3 units. I was doing good to give 2 units, and it was still taking about the same amount of time. And then pretty soon, I was struggling to even give 2 units of platelets. And then finally, the Red Cross Blood Center calls me and they say, before you give any more, we need to do a blood test, which was their nice way of saying, your platelet count is really, really low. And it had gone down by almost 70% by that time. So a bell goes off in my head. I really need to get to the doctor. There's something going on here. So I go to my primary care doctor, and he refers me to a hematologist in New Albany. So the process takes a few months. And after the hematologist runs my blood, he determines that I have hairy cell leukemia. Now, the thing with hairy cell leukemia is it's a simple name, but that's under the microscope, the cells have a hairy-like appearance. So that's why it's called that. It's a very slow-growing leukemia. So the fact that it took several months to determine what it was, that didn't really hurt me. And the doctor said, we're not even quite ready for you to have chemo yet. And then my blood work continued to get a little bit worse, and he said, now it's time to go ahead and have the chemotherapy. So this was in September of 2020. Had gone through at least the early part of the COVID by that time. And in September of 2020, I had chemotherapy. It was 5 days, and that was it. I had chemo every day for those 5 days. Never felt bad, and then it was over. That was it. Within about 10 to 12 weeks, my white blood cell counts had come back up, so I was not as susceptible to infection. And my platelet count had come back up. Not quite as high as it was originally, but pretty close. So it was by God's grace that I found out through the Red Cross that I had hairy cell leukemia, and I thank God for His healing power upon me, and Jesus for being with me every step of the way. I thank the Relay for Life, the funding that they provide for these drugs to continue to get better. It's amazing. I was not sick a single day. I know everybody's not that fortunate, but I never was sick. And then finally, for the Washington County community, I just thank them for their support for Relay for Life. Thank you.